Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, Bitcoin is sitting right above and right below two very important levels of support and resistance, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you why those levels of support and resistance are predicting a major Bitcoin breakout coming in the next 72 hours or so. If you guys will remember, we actually talked about this breakout coming in yesterday's video, and I want to expand on it in today's video because Bitcoin is in prime condition to have a major breakout coming in the next few days, and I want to go ahead and talk about that. Guys, you're going to get a lot of value out of this video, and I encourage you to watch it until the end because you will be updated on where Bitcoin currently is, where Bitcoin is heading, and why Bitcoin might be heading there. So if all of that sounds interesting to you, I encourage you to continue watching this video, and if you do enjoy today's video, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It really helps out the channel when you do that. Thanks. Anyway, guys, before we dive on into it, I do first want to mention that I've reactivated the April 2020 sale. That's going to be running for about a week. If you guys want access to the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, where you will learn absolutely everything that you could possibly ever want to learn about technical analysis, yes, I'm totally not overpromising, then the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy is exactly where to find that. If you guys want to learn everything you need to know about technical analysis, I highly encourage you checking out the link in the description down below and seeing what we have to offer over on the CT2A landing page. To see what kind of videos you'll be getting access to, you can watch our How to Set Up and Use TradingView video. 35-minute long video, jam-packed with information. It's a great video, even if you're not interested in the course. I promise you, you're going to get a lot of value out of watching that, so you don't have anything to lose. Hit the link down below and go watch that video. It's free. Anyway, guys, the April 2020 coupon code is right here, and if you use that, you'll get $40 off at checkout. But without much further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Guys, the last few days have been a little bit confusing for Bitcoin. As you may remember, Bitcoin initially broke out of an ascending triangle pattern, but that breakout did not last, and we've now fallen back below that level of resistance around $6,950. A key thing to remember here, guys, is that Bitcoin rejected off a very strong resistance at $7,500. We rejected off of our uptrending level of resistance, that being this trend line right here. We rejected off of the 1,000 daily simple moving average that a very astute commenter pointed out a little while ago, and we also rejected off of a pretty major VPVR zone of resistance. You can see sitting here at $7,400 is a massive zone of resistance, and if we zoom in and only take into account the last year of price action, there are actually two major zones of resistance, one peaking at 72 and another peaking at 8,000 flat. Now, the Dow Jones might be rallying, but the rest of global society is still in a tailspin, and that is definitely not a great climate to be investing in a speculative asset like Bitcoin. And it's for that reason that I make the prediction that I do in today's video that I'll be getting to here in just a second. As you guys probably know, there is a downtrend of resistance right here, roughly in about that territory, somewhere around there. And as you can see, it also was one of the things that we rejected off of around $7,400. That means that our uptrending level of support and now our downtrending level of resistance are converging probably sometime around the 17th of April, a few days plus or minus in either direction. Point is, we're coming pretty close to the end of that consolidation pattern. And we just go ahead and clean up the chart here a little bit. You can see that we have come very, very far into this consolidation pattern. And over the last month, what have we been doing? We've been riding the support level. From those of you guys in CT2A, you will know from our video on support and resistance that the more times you test a level of support or resistance, the more likely it is that that level of support is going to break. And if you're riding the support level during the end of a consolidation pattern, you're probably going to break the support. It's really simple technical analysis. It's not that hard. And it's for that reason and for many others that I believe that Bitcoin is going to be breaking to the downside here. Another reason that I would be believing that is because it just so happens to correspond with what looks like will maybe be a bearish cross on the MACD. One thing to point out on the MACD right here is that Bitcoin cannot fall far enough to the downside to cause a bearish cross on the MACD unless we break bearish to the downside, which actually means that unless we break bearish, we're secured against a bearish cross on the MACD. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Since we're sitting around the zero level, we're not correcting back down to the zero level. We don't actually have to worry about a natural MACD cross. But if we do break to the downside, what that means is that the MACD is inevitably going to cross bearish, and that's going to exacerbate any downwards movement that we may have started. And guys, also remember, if we go out to the monthly chart, we're seeing that there is a bearish MACD cross on the monthly chart as well, indicating more movement to the downside. As I've mentioned in other videos, shorts are up, longs are down, and so too seems to be the sentiment on Bitcoin, except for something very important. And it's something that must be spoken for. It's the resilience of Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency community. A lot of people are going to try and keep Bitcoin propped up. If you guys will remember to the stock to flow chart, we're predicted to have around an $8,000 to $8,500 valuation for Bitcoin until the halving happens. As you guys can see here, Bitcoin is predicted to have around an $8,500 valuation right now based on the stock to flow ratio. You combine that with the fact that a lot of people that were going to sell already sold back on Black Thursday, and that a lot of people got in on positions down at $3,900, and they're going to be looking to hold on to those for the long term because they now consider those to be very, very prime investments. How far are we going to go to the downside? I really don't think we're going to go terribly far. That being said, I do think we're going to break to the downside here. If we break bullish, we're probably going to break bearish again within the next 7 days. Those are my two predictions, with the vast majority of the weight on the first one. Bitcoin still has strength. Bitcoin still has support. Bitcoin still has adoption. Bitcoin still has people supporting it and backing it and believing in it and having faith in it and buying it, most importantly. But that doesn't mean that we can't break to the downside. We all know that by now. If you don't know that, welcome to cryptocurrency. We're glad to have you. But I just don't see a reason that Bitcoin would break to the upside right now if we did the exact same thing back over here and we rejected. I will give myself one caveat, and that is that perhaps Bitcoin just had a lot of resistance right here. April 8th was a very different time than April 14th. The news is developing very quickly. So maybe I'm wrong. There is a good reason to believe that Bitcoin might have more bullish momentum, but I personally believe we're going to break to the downside here, guys. Every rally that we've had lately has been very anemic, and that is normally telling of something. Look at the largest candlesticks that we've had in the last month. We saw massive green candlesticks, massive movements. Over here on this day right here, guys, Bitcoin moved 38% in 6 minutes. But in the last couple of weeks, Bitcoin hasn't really had a lot of major movements like that. We've seen one big green candlestick and another one right there. This one, quite frankly, should have been much larger than it was, considering we were breaking a month-old pattern, but it wasn't. I'm calling for a move to the downside. I want to hear your opinions on that in the comment section down below. But guys, before we wrap it out, I do first want to mention the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. As you guys no doubt know, CT2A is what makes this channel possible. We wouldn't be able to bring you these high-quality videos every single day with the kind of equipment and backup and studio and everything that we have if it were not for the Academy. CT2A bought this camera and microphone equipment so we can have high-quality video and audio. It pays Taylor's payroll so that these videos can be edited every morning, and it also paid for this studio that I'm recording in. And the reason that it was able to do that is because it provides an amazing amount of value to those who go through it. There are currently, I had to check because I didn't know the number off the top of my head, 1,367 students enrolled in CT2A, and they are loving every minute of it. Guys, we have a 14-day money-back refund guarantee. I will give you all of your money back if you want it. That has been the policy since day one, but almost no one takes me up on that. I mean, seriously, you could go through here, watch 10 or 12 of these videos, decide, hey, I want my money back. I got a bunch of value out of this. I'm just going to get my money back, walk with the information and the money, but people still don't even do that. It's a good product that I am proud of and you guys have gotten a lot of value out of, but I don't want you to take my word for it because my word is my word. My word means a lot to me, but if you don't know me, you don't know me. You can't take my word because you might not know me. What I want you to do is I want you to join that Discord server in the description down below, our free Discord server, and go in the main chat and say, hey, is anyone here in Jeb's course? Can anyone tell me what they think of the course? Has anyone gone through it? Can I get a private testimonial from anyone? I want you to talk to someone. Go into a private conversation with them where I am not privy to the conversation, where no one can see the conversation. And I want you to get God's honest testimony from someone who's gone through the course. That's what I want you to do. That's literally the only thing I can tell you. Guys, I know all about marketing. I could teach the course on it. If I wanted to use all those tactics to try and sell CT2A, I could do that. I know how to. I choose not to because my ethics and my morality say that a lot of them aren't really the way that I would want to go about it. Here's what I prefer to do. I prefer to make sure you guys know that I have integrity by telling you to go and talk to our students in private where I can't see the conversation, because then you know that I'm a man of my word and that I stand behind what I say. That alone sells CT2A. I could go invest in a bunch of really fancy ads. I could get a cool camera. There's a lot of things I could do. I don't need to because I have the trust of my fans and they will tell you what they think. If they tell you good, great. If they tell you bad, great. It is your decision if you want to join CT2A, but I know that if you do, you're going to get a lot of value out of it. We've spent a long time putting this together. This is a culmination of 3 years of technical analysis every single day working in these markets on my part. These videos have been tried and tested by our students. It's a good product. It works. There's a 14-day money-back refund guarantee. And yes, Bitcoin is accepted here. Anyway, guys, that is going to have to wrap it out for today's video. Before I go, though, I do first want to mention one thing. I really enjoyed the comment section in yesterday's video with you guys giving me amazing country names. Shout out to, like, Bolivia and Brazil and all these different countries that people were putting down below. I think I saw Sudan down there. Shout out to Sudan. What I want you to do now is if you made it to the end of the video, I want you guys to go down in the comment section down below and give me your favorite animal. It can be anything. I don't care what it is. It can be a lynx. I like lynxes. They're cool. So go ahead and go down there and tell me what your favorite animal is. I'm curious to know what it is. I just spilled coffee on my keyboard. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Before I go, though, I do first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, though. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Oh, I got a real good feeling.